Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm so excited. I have made my ultimate nachos, which have a turkey mince chili on top with chorizo and homemade guacamole and pico de gallo and lettuce and anything you can think of, it is on here. Yeah, I have filmed myself making it, so after I finish talking here, we're going to go into the making of the recipe, and then we will meet back here where I will be eating these. So yeah, if a mukbang is your kind of thing, keep watching. If you just want to watch the recipe, then just watch the first bit. But yeah, if this sounds like the kind of thing that would interest you, please keep watching. If you like this video, smash a huge thumbs up, and if you don't already subscribe to me, please consider doing so. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so first things first, let's talk ingredients. So right in front of you here, you'll see everything that you need to make my ultimate nachos. So first things first, I've got the Doritos Cool Original tortilla chips. These are my absolute favourite for anything and for making nachos. Some people prefer the subtle taste of the lightly salted, but I personally love these, and that's what I would go for. I've got the juice of 1 lemon. I think 1 lemon will be enough, but if I end up using more, I'll let you know. Then here I've got some diced red onion, some cubed up plum cherry tomatoes, and then some coriander leaves over here, which I have roughly chopped. I've got some grated medium cheddar cheese here. This was a block that I grated myself. I read somewhere that it has much better meltability if you do it like that rather than buying ready grated cheese. So yeah, I went for that. I've got some fresh mozzarella here, which I have ripped into small pieces, some shredded baby gem lettuce, an avocado, and then also some dried chili powder. I've got a taco seasoning mix here, which I made up myself because I couldn't get one from the supermarket. So yeah, feel free to buy a taco seasoning mix, but I've made one here, and I've used garlic granules, hot chili powder, onion granules, oregano, smoked paprika, ground cumin, and then some salt and pepper. I've got some turkey mince over here. Use beef mince if that's what you prefer, but when I made the Jaclyn Hill Crunchwrap Supreme, I really liked how the turkey mince tasted. So I've got that. I've got some chorizo, which I bought ready diced up. Don't judge me, but I just could not be bothered. I've got some Dorito mild salsa here. I also really like the hot salsa. I am just not a lover of fresh salsas. Call me weird, but that's just sort of my personal preference. I much prefer the long life salsas, so like the Doritos one or the El Paso one. So yeah, that's what I'd go for. Some sour cream, some jalapenos. Again, I couldn't find the Santa Maria ones, so I've had to use the El Paso ones, but what can you do? Some refried beans, and then just more pepper, salt, and extra virgin olive oil. So yeah, that's everything you need to make them. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to about 180 degrees Celsius, and then I'm going to start off by prepping everything I'm going to need to put on top of the nachos. So I'm going to start off with the pico de gallo. So I'm just going to take my little bowl here of red onions, tomatoes and coriander, and I'm just going to mix those together. Once that's all nice and mixed together, I'm just going to take some of my lemon juice and tip that in. I'm going to take some extra virgin olive oil and put that in. I eyeball everything with stuff like this. And then I'm just going to season it with some salt and pepper. And then I'm just going to give everything a good mix. And you should be left with something that looks like this. Ooh, I'm just going to give it a quick taste for seasoning and juice. Yum. Okay, so that's perfect. So I'm just going to leave that on the side. It can like sort of marinate, and all the juices can sort of marry and get to know each other. And that will be ready to top when my nachos come out of the oven. I'm now going to turn my attention to my avocado. So like with salsa, I really don't like shop bought guacamole. I know what I'm making here isn't exactly guacamole, it's a bit more basic, but I just like doing it this way so much better. The reason why I've got the pip in there is because I mashed up the avocado already. And apparently if you leave the pip in, or the stone, it stops it from browning. So I think it's kind of done that, because I've probably had this mashed up for a good 15 minutes or so. But yeah, you just want to take your avocado and mash it up. As you can see, what I've done is I've added some red chili flakes, and then I'm just going to add in the rest of that lemon juice. And again, season it with salt and pepper. Oh, whoops, that's quite a lot of pepper. I usually like to use freshly ground, but this is all we've got in at the moment. We ran out. And then just give that all a good old mix up. And then I'm just going to give that a quick taste for seasoning. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to draw our attention to the hob area so that we can start preparing what we're putting on top. So the first thing first is I'm going to set my burner to sort of medium-low heat. And then I'm just going to add in my chorizo. I'm not adding any oil into the pan at this stage because chorizo lets off its own oil. It doesn't need any. And then depending on how much oil that releases will depend on if I put any in when I add the turkey. My advice whenever you're cooking with anything like chorizo or pancetta is that you always want to cook it first before you add anything else into your pan, because otherwise it's not going to be crispy. You'll just be left with like chewy chorizo, and no one wants that. If you want your chorizo crispy, then trust me, this is what you're going to want to do. So yeah, I'm just going to let this cook until it's nice and crispy, and I'll show you what it looks like when we get there. So my chorizo is looking delicious and crispy. Obviously it's all down to personal preference. I like it a bit more, kind of verging on the burnt side, but this is perfect for me, and it's also let off plenty of oil, so I'm not going to add any additional oil into the pan. And I'm just going to now chuck in my turkey mince, and I'm just going to use this spatula to break it up. I know, I'm using a metal spatula on a non-stick pan. Please don't shoot me. But yeah, I don't have a plastic one right now. I really need to get one. But I'm going to try not touch the bottom of the pan as much as possible. Should probably just get a wooden spoon actually. Right, I've switched to a wooden spoon so I don't scratch the non-stick. I'm going to turn this up ever so slightly because I want that turkey mince to get nice and kind of a bit crispy, to be honest. I'm going to just now chuck in some of the spice mix. Definitely not all of it, this is quite a lot, but you know, a good amount. Start with that much and see where we go. So yeah, I'm just going to allow this to cook until the turkey mince is all cooked through, and then I'll show you what it looks like when we get there. And just as it cooks, I'll just continue to break it up because it seems to start to break up a bit easier as it actually cooks. But you want it to be like as fine as possible, so just keep going through doing this, being patient. I'm actually just going to add some cold water into the pan, like, so just a little splash. Also, just something to note, if I wasn't using or making Pico De Gallo, I would put onion in this as well. I'd fry over some onion when the chorizo was ready and then add the turkey mince. But because we have the onion in the Pico De Gallo, we just don't need any more onion in the turkey mince as well. So yes, just a little FYI. So this is just about ready to go. It's been cooking for about 10 minutes and it's nice and dry and cooked through, and those spices have infused into that turkey mince. I ended up using the rest of that powder, so I ended up putting it all in just because I wanted it to be really, really flavourful. But yeah, this is what it's looking like and it's smelling absolutely amazing. So I'm going to go pop this in a bowl and then I will meet you over at the nacho assembly station. We're now ready to start assembling our nachos. So I like to get a big tray like this and have everything on a single layer so that every single tortilla chip is covered in something. I don't like to have any underneath that aren't serving a purpose. So a big pan like this is perfect for me, and then I've just lined it with foil to make cleanup easier. So I'm just going to get my tortillas and pop them on the tray. The next thing I'm going to do is pop my cheese on top, so I'm going to start off with my cheddar. And now my mozzarella. I mean, this will release some liquid, but it does go so stringy and cheesy and delicious that I just had to include it. And I can't seem to get the like low moisture one unless it's already grated from Sainsbury's, but I think other supermarkets do it, like Tesco. I just don't have one overly near me, as in a big Tesco. Next thing I'm gonna do is get some jalapenos on top because I love jalapenos. I mean, for me, I want every bite to be a jalapeno bite, so I put on quite a lot. And now I'm gonna get my turkey mixture on top. I won't need to use this whole thing, but I'll use as much of it as I want. So now my turkey mince is on top, I'm going to take these refried beans and pop a few dollops of those on top. If you were just dipping your nachos in these, I'd pop them on the hob or in the microwave, obviously not in this tin, and heat it up first, but because I'm putting them on before it goes in the oven, they'll heat through in the oven. So I'm just going to add a few dollops. And finally, I'm going to take some of the Doritos salsa. I do like to sort of save this to dip in after they come out, but I also love, it tastes so good when it's been in the oven, so I'll just do a, you know, few splatterings of this. So these are now ready to go in the oven. They are looking unreal already. Oh my god. So yeah, I'm going to pop those in, and then I will set up the eating station / final assembly station. I will show you what they look like when they come out of the oven, the final couple of steps, and then we are going to try these bad boys. I'll see you in about 10 to 15 minutes. Hi guys, I'm just jumping onto a voiceover because this sound quality was really bad, so please ignore that I am talking on here. But here are the nachos after they came out of the oven. They look absolutely unreal, and I'm going to start topping them now. So first of all, I'm putting some more of that Doritos salsa on top, and now I'm just taking that fresh guac and putting a big fat dollop in the middle. Of course, got to dot some sour cream all over the place because what are nachos without sour cream? And then I'm taking that delicious and fresh Pico De Gallo and scattering it all over the place to add some crunch and some zestiness, and then finally topping that off with some shredded lettuce. These look unbelievable. Finished ultimate nachos are looking like. They look amazing and I cannot wait to start eating them, so I'm going to stop talking and dig in because I am starving. So my drink of choice for this is a Diet Coke, my favourite. Oh no. Good start, Danny. Oh, only me. Well, that's ruined the nice white tablecloth, but oh well. Oh my god, they're so good. Whoa. So even though they're nachos and they're like obviously crisps covered with cheese, there is so much freshness with the Pico De Gallo and the lettuce and the homemade guac. The mozzarella works really well. If you weren't here for the recipe portion, I've put everything needed on top. It's got salsa, it's got sour cream, it's got jalapenos. No dips needed. It's got the perfect combination of like ones that have gone soggy but with flavour and crispy ones. Just a cheesy bite. They're honestly so good. Every bite brings something different. Look at all that cheese. Oh, classic. Food in my hair. I forgot to say, today is Sunday the 3rd, so work and healthy eating and exercising again starts tomorrow. So this is like my final hurrah, shall we say, before I am on it with the healthy eating. So I'm going to enjoy this. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video here, guys, and I am going to eat more of this, but I'm going to do it off camera so I can watch something and enjoy my final Sunday of the Christmas break before going back to work tomorrow. I really hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed watching me cook and watching me eat, or both, one or the other, or both. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments whether you prefer watching people cook and try food, or watching full mukbangs and watching them eat the whole meal, or a bit of both. Yeah, I'd be really interested to hear what appeals to people the most, because yeah, I really enjoy cooking. I'm enjoying filming myself cooking, filming myself eating, still deciding. I'm not sure. I'll watch this footage back and then I can decide properly, but yeah, definitely love the whole cooking aspect. So I hope you enjoyed my recipe and have a good time recreating this. It honestly was delicious. Like, that Pico De Gallo is so fresh and delicious. Yeah. But thank you so much for stopping by. Again, if you like this video, smash a huge thumbs up. And if you don't already subscribe to me, please consider doing so. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.